Every time I press this switch, it turns on 50 light bulbs. Oh my god. Today that's going to end. We are going to split the light bulbs into 3 groups, and we will be able to control each group through wireless switches that we can place anywhere in the house without having to drill into the walls. And if we want, we can even use the switch like a TV remote or stick it on our fridge since it's magnetic. Oh, and of course we will be able to control everything from our smartphone. And along the way I also did the same for the LED lights that I have on my ceiling. Just awesome. And today we are going to use the Shelly One Mini and the Shelly BLU RC Button for switch, and depending on the size of our project we might want to add more of these, and we can add as many switches as we want because they are wireless. I just need to decide the place that I want to put in, use this double-sided tape, one here, one there. That's it. This is not a tutorial, it's just me sharing my experiences with you. We are dealing with electricity, so if you have any questions, just hire a professional so that everything goes flawless. So after turning off my breaker, I started by checking how the connections between the different light bulbs were made. And once I understood, I drew the plan of how I wanted the 3 groups to be, and next it's just about running the wires where we want to connect the Shellys to the group of bulbs. There are multiple ways of doing this, of course, but between a setback here and a setback there where I did accidentally pulled out the wires and then had to put them back again, it was basically a whole morning gone. In this particular case I couldn't say that it was 5 minutes because it wasn't, but by lunchtime I had the first circuit done. Yeah, that was serious. One morning to do one circuit. But now comes the fun part. We just need to grab one Shelly One Mini and connect the phase wire where it says L, and then at the same time let's make a bridge with a bent wire between L and I, just like you see on the image now. Now let's connect the neutral coming from the phase and the neutral going to the lamp where it says N. Then the phase wire going to the lamp where it says O. And that is it. Simple as this. I made a drawing to help you out if you need, and for that, if you want, just pause the video and follow along. But now that we have seen how to install it, let's do it where it matters. So for the first Shelly is just making the connections as we just have seen, then open the Shelly app on our phone. Of course, I will need in the meantime to turn on the breaker so that we have the circuit electrified. And as soon as I open the app, the Shelly One Mini appears right away. Just choose Add Device, and after a few seconds it will ask you what the name you want to give to the device and which room you want to place it, just for organization. Now in the app I can already control this group of bulbs, and this is really awesome, but it's not all. And now I did the second group of bulbs. I just run the wires, but this time it was much faster. So let's go. Second Shelly, make the connection, open the app, add it, and Chana, we are already with 2 groups of bulbs controlled by the Shelly app. Now only one group left, and this one was the fastest because by then I was already trained, completely trained. So run the wires, connect the Shelly, add it in the app, and yuppie, we are online with 3 groups of bulbs controlled through the Shelly app. But as cool as it is controlling everything on the Shelly app, there are moments that I don't want to grab my phone, open the app and press the button. I just want to be somewhere where I do have a switch such as this one. I can just press the button and that is it. So let's grab the Shelly button and configure. Adding it is as simple as just adding another device. We just need to follow the instructions on screen, and in about 1 minute, 2 minutes maximum, it's connected. Once we add it, let's just program the button. So let's go to the app, add a smart scene, and then choose which button we want to trigger and whether we want to use one of the 4 options available: short press, long press, double press, or triple press. So each of these buttons right over here only have 4 buttons, but we will be able to do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 16 different actions we can actually use to control 16 different devices or 16 different situations that we want. We can turn on and turn off multiple devices at once. But for now, let's go for the basic. I just selected the short press, which is just a normal press, then trigger, and then I have to choose which device I want to control. In this case, the group of bulbs connected to Shelly 1 Mini number 1. I did select the third option, which toggles it on and off each time I press the button, and that's it. Save, choose the area, and now with one press of a button, the first group of bulbs turn on and turn off. Then I did the same for the second group, and in no time I had the 3 buttons programmed to turn each group on and off individually. And this is really top. We can use to switch like we were on our phone, but right now using this switch. Now I still had 1 button left to configure, so I used it to control the ceiling LEDs too. So now I can control those with any smart switch as well. So I ended up with 4 groups. 3 groups for the bulb groups that I did past the wires and 1 for the LEDs. But your setup will be different. Maybe more, maybe less, but it will look awesome anyway. The main switch can be replaced by one of these, for example, that we can fit in where we have the old one. But in my particular case, what I did was to leave the main switch as it is, original. So in this particular case, I can just press and I will turn off the old circuit and then turn on the old circuit. And what I did on the Shelly app was to program when I turn off, and if I have 2 sets of lamps, they will turn off, and the next time I will turn on, it will turn on only those sets of lamps that were on. And now we just need to choose where to place the wireless smart switches. No drillings needed, just double-sided tape and done. You can put one right next to you on the couch to control all the lights in your living room, for example, or stick it to any metal surface since they are magnetic. Or if you want, you can put them on the bedroom or on the kitchen, wherever your imagination takes you. And imagine just having one of these on your bedroom, and if you place in a Shelly one on the ceiling light, 1 Shelly one on your TV, probably 1 Shelly one PM Mini or PM on your heater, and then you will have 1 button for each one of them, and then the other button you decide that you will want to turn on and turn off all of them at the same time, depending if you are going to sleep. And besides the 4 groups of lamps that I did configure as a short press, what I can do right now is if I have another Shelly on the next room, the kitchen for example, and I want to turn off and on some lights, I can just configure 1 more button like a double press and I will turn off and on the kitchen, or the bedroom, just a double press. So I can do this 16 times. I will need to think the usage that I can give to this, because 16 different actions, it's awesome. It's not just 4 buttons, it's 16 buttons in reality. Hopefully the video was helpful to give you some ideas. I would love to hear your ideas on the comments down below. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.